Welcome to the Old White Man Show, episode 12. Uh, I call it the Old White Man Show because I'm old, I'm white, and I'm a man. So I call it the Old White Man Show. The purpose of this show is basically to say a little bit about my past, the present, my thoughts on things, and opinions, and you know uh, just general stuff. Uh, Today I'm wearing a shirt that my son got for me for we bought a ranch down in south of New Orleans, 1,200 acres on the water. We raise alligators, so we call it the Coon River Ranch. We got T-shirts done that, and I'm finding it funny that some people don't know what a coon is. You know, basically a coon is the person from southern Louisiana. A lot of people says it's the French people. I always claimed that I was a coon because I was from New Orleans. It's kind of like a badge of honor. And when someone calls you a coon that kind of means like, you're a good person. We like you. Other people who small-minded and don't know any better, they think it's offensive. Kind of like that Jewish woman on TV, that old fat redheaded woman, Jewish Behart or something like that. She would find it offensive, and because she'd be one of the ones that's standing in the palace of the Jewish temple there, saying, "Crucify him, crucify him." That's what those Jewish people did. They crucified Jesus. They thought Jesus was a bad term, and I think Jesus is a good name. If you a living Jesus, I call you Jesus. But if you're the religious Jesus, I call you Jesus. But people find stuff, wrong. You can say a word that some people agrees is good, some people agrees is bad. Kind of like the N word. It's bad if any white person says the N word. But black people says it all day long, and they sing about it too, and they glorify it. So it just depends on who's saying it. So anyway, I'm a coon proud to be a coon and I'm going to continue to be a coon and Coon River Ranch is going to be a fun thing for us to have. That being said, I'm going to go to enrich our president and first lady a quick recovery. I'm sorry that he got the coronavirus. That terrible, terrible virus that's hitting all over the world, mostly in the United States, mostly because of false testing. But, the president has it. Now, apparently, everybody he was around has it too. People were saying, oh, there he is. He can't do nothing. Hey, he's quarantined with a supermodel. Now he knows how I feel like. I'm quarantined with a supermodel every day. You know, uh, Yep, President, you're doing a good job. Keep it up. I got thinking about this virus and I'm saying, how does something like this happen? And then I realized that we got people on this world. Some of them is politicians. Some of them practices the art of science. Some of them is military people. Some people is good, some people is evil. And I got thinking, I'm saying, Corona 19, that means there was 18 more. And here's the United States, you know, giving these Chinese people in Wuhan tens of millions of American taxpayer dollars so they can work on something. But this is a laboratory that does biological diseases. Are they studying diseases or are they inventing diseases? A lot of things is invented in laboratories, kind of like the atomic bomb. You look at splitting the atom for a good cause, but in reality, it became a weapon of mass destruction. It just depends on who's using it. Now, I'm not saying that the Democrats wanted to create a virus that they could unleash in case a Republican got elected, and that they did this to get to Donald Trump at the end. You know, I'm not saying the Democrats did that. Do I think they're capable of doing that? Hey, they would sell your mother down. I mean, in fact, they did. But they did to a lot of these mothers and grandmothers that was in nursing home. They put them all together, but the virus and killed them. Did they do that on purpose? I don't know. Common sense tells me that you wouldn't put all the old rich people together in one pod, with a sickness. It's like taking a bunch of old apples and putting them in a rotten apple and seeing what happens. Common sense. Como, you got that? And that little gay brother you got too, the one that works out all like the Frenton's old people? Yeah, him. You know, did Obama plan all this stuff to go against Trump? Apparently he was part of it. He said in meetings. And apparently this stuff was going on. They knew it was fake, but they continued to let it happen. We got a man now that's Walter Reed, still working from the hospital, working for America. And I'm looking at him, I'm saying he does look tired, but hey, he's 74 years old. And he's been working every day for America and fighting the Democrats every step of the way. Fighting, for America. They come up with this fake tax thing that you don't, about him only paying $750 in taxes. And they gave us one small part of a 10,000 word report that was done. Say if you use the last line or something, or one line or a fragment or something, that doesn't, make everything true. You got to use the whole thing. So Trump, like many people, like myself, we pay quarterly taxes because we're business people, and that's what we do. We pay our taxes every quarter. There's the first quarter is April the 15th. As the second quarter, that's in June the 15th. A third quarter, that's September the 15th. And the fourth quarter, that's January the 15th. And normally you estimate how much money you're going to make, and then you pay your taxes. So if you estimate you're going to make X dollars and you're going to owe $10,000 in taxes, you say, I'm going to pay $2,500, $2,500, $2,500, and $2,500. But come the fourth quarter, if you didn't make that much money and you didn't owe $10,000, but you only owed $8,000 for the year, and you already paid 25, 25, and 25, then your fourth check will only be $500. That's the way it works. So Trump paid millions during the first three quarters, and he realized he overpaid, and his last check was $750. But he paid his taxes. He just paid them in advance. Now all these people jumping up and down, saying, "Oh, he didn't. My school teacher pays more taxes than he pays." Bullshit. These teachers don't make that much money. Most of them don't even pay taxes. These liberals, they got all these damn write-offs. I would like to see a system where every man and woman that's working paid a fair share of taxes. If you made $50,000 a year or less, maybe you just pay 10%, but you pay 10%. If you made 50 to 100,000, you pay 12%. And 100,000 to $250,000, maybe you pay 15% on that increase. And $250,000 to $1 million, you pay 20%. And then anything over $1 million a year, you pay 25%. A flat tax. No deductions. No home deductions, no property tax deductions, no deductions because you got 17 kids that you don't really have. You just claim the 17 kids because 15 of them is in Mexico and they can't trace them, or in some place in the Muslim world or something like that, where you got 36 kids and 4 wives, Everybody is paid. Get rid of all those stupid deductions. You don't need the deductions. If you want to give money to the church, give it to it. It's not deductible. If you want to give money to a charity, give it to it. It's not deductible. Everybody pay their fair share. That would be a good tax. I'm all for the flat tax. I'm all for understanding what's going on and thinking for myself a little bit, but all being fed all this stuff by the media, who doesn't want to say the truth. I mean, since President Trump's been in office, and note this, I never was a Trump fan prior to him becoming president. I didn't like him. I thought he was just another rich, borrowed kid that got a whole bunch of stuff. I heard all the negatives about him, right? He went from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. I didn't understand that. I don't understand all this stuff. But I do know this. Since he became president, it seems he's been working every day for America. He doesn't take a salary. He gives. He still donates money out of his personal stuff. He gave up all his business deals and signed them all over. He lived a pretty good life before becoming president. He's not eating any better, I can tell you that. He's still sleeping with the same woman. He's not messing around like Bill Clinton did. And he's married to a supermodel. Hell, Obama was married to a guy. I just don't understand this type of stuff, It just kind of cracks me up when I hear this type of stuff. Then I get all these little bitty short round people jumping up and down saying, fake news, fake news, fake news, fake news. Anytime you say something about the Democrats. People ought to pay attention to the world and see what's going on. Just kind of look at this and say, is it possible that somebody in the government and the military and the scientific community could invent a disease that could kill millions? Sure it is. And I can tell you every country on earth probably has something like that, or every major military power on earth probably has something like this. Would they use it? In a heartbeat. Look what Germany did in World War II. There's people stood in line to walk in the furnitures. Never did understand that. People just cracks me up, And then they talk about our president, not serving in the military. Well, there's only like 3% of us that did serve in the military. So the other 90% of you little wingies, you didn't serve in the military. Don't talk about the president not serving in the military. I can talk about him. I can say you little chicken shit, but he can't say that. If you never served in it, you have no say so. Simple as that. Now, that being said, we're going to get down to what we're really here to talk about. LSU and Vanderbilt. The national champions returned. They played Vanderbilt. It was a close game, 41-7. It could have been better. They made a few mistakes. But the LSU, their quarterback, Brennan's getting a little bit more experience, feeling a little bit better. Their receivers is feeling a little bit better. Coach O, we all love Coach O. He's a good coach. What can we say about them? And they're getting there. University of Texas, who I thought had a chance of the national championship, they lost to TCU. OU, they lost their second game straight. Texas A&M, they love their sheep, because they sure the hell can't play football, So I'm just saying, right now it looks like Alabama, Clemson, is up there. Number 1, 2, 3 is Florida. LSU gets to write its own ticket. They will play Florida this year. They might beat Florida. They will play Alabama this year. They might beat Alabama. And if they beat those two teams, they're going to play Clemson again. And I would like to see that, because I think that this little quarterback that stood behind Joe Burrow last year has a lot of talent. He did break all the records in the state of Mississippi. That being said, I'm headed down to the ranch. Y'all be good, and see y'all next time. Bye-bye.